Good evening, Commanders Nation. So the Panthers just released Jadeveon Clowney. We have a need an edge. It's not a free agency class if Clowney's not in it. Every single year he's a freaking free agent. But anyways, we have a need, especially at third downs. Ideally, first and second down, that's going to be taken by Kinlaw, Dietrich Wise, Clem Farrell, and others, But we need somebody to replace Dante Fowler's role. On third down, the Commanders are pretty high on Javonte Jean-Baptiste. But, I've made videos about this in the past, dude. I want Darius Smith, Von Miller, and here's another guy that can be thrown into the mix, Jadeveon Clowney. So, let's read his stats. Dude. So on PFF, these are his PFF grades of the year that just ended. He's actually pretty solid. He was actually pretty solid with the Panthers. I feel like he got a little bit lost in the mix there. But, his overall grades, 70.8 overall. But this is the grade that I care about the most. 73.2 pass rushing grade. A 63.4 run stopping grade. As a matter of fact, his run defense is probably better. Oh, yeah, definitely better than Darius Smith's and Von Miller's at their point in their career, respectively. But this is a guy where I'm just like, got me intrigued. It got me intrigued. But let's just read over as to why the Panthers actually released him. So basically, they're saying that the Panthers released him because he was due to count $13.775 million against their cap in the second year of his 2-year, $20 million deal that he signed last offseason with them. But his release didn't really have much to do with his play. It had to do with they got their free agent acquisition, Pat Jones, and they drafted the dude that some of us wanted in Nick Scorton in the second round. They want to, they're a rebuilding team. They want to get the snaps to the young dudes. We are a team that's ready to compete now. Fucking hell. And I feel like Clowney's more of a match with us. Because Clowney, we're just like, dude, I don't care about your age. Just help us win. The Panthers are just like, all right, we're going to win, but in 10, 15 years from, okay, I don't want to talk shit. 3-4 years down the line, they're still rebuilding. So, but yeah, man, in this video, I'm going to talk about Jadeveon Clowney and his possible fit with us and whether I think we should sign him, dude. But screw me. But yeah, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. So let's go into I'm going to make this video quick, dude. I'm going to make it very quick. I'm a little quickie, don't hurt. Clowney's a guy where he's played for 7 teams in his career. Albeit, he's played for 5 teams since he left in 2018 with the Texans. He's been passed around. This man has been, so, I don't know. Is it character issues? I did see reports of that in the past years. Not much, as of late, but, I Googled his name for character issues. I didn't see shit. But the thing that I keep reading and the thing I keep writing down all over my freaking notes, does he fit the culture? Is he a quote-unquote commander? Does he fit the culture? Does he put mambo sauce on some of his? I'm just like, that's the thing that I care about the most. If you're going to sign these veteran free agents, the ones that are in their 32, because he's 32 years old, I'm just like, okay, but does he fit the culture? Does he fit the culture, and is he able to help us win? A guy like Stephon Diggs, he doesn't fit the culture. This is a guy Maryland kid, but he ain't a commander. This guy's a diva. I don't want to talk shit about Stephon Diggs, but I just want to give you an example. But that right there is unknown. I don't know. That's a question I had with 14 question marks. I don't know. Let's talk about his stats, all right? So I'm going to hone in on the pass rushing stats. And then we're going to go from there. And by the way, all these highlights, I should have said this earlier in the videos. All these highlights that I'm playing for him, they're from 2 years ago. They're not from the year that just ended with the Panthers. I couldn't find any highlights with the Panthers, dude. But with the Ravens, these highlights, he was really good with the Ravens 2 years ago, dude. But yeah, so his most recent pass rushing stats are these. So at 31 years old, which he was last year with the Panthers, well, the season that just ended, you know what I mean? He produced 44 pressures on a 14.9% win rate as a pass rusher. He also included 14 run stops, but, this is a guy where 2 years ago with the Ravens, he had 78 total pressures with the Ravens. His sack numbers, these are his sack numbers as well. He's never reached 10 sacks. This is a guy like where he's more of like a, I'm going to apply the pressure on you, I'm going to stop the run, but he doesn't really get the home run, getting the sacks. But 5.5 sacks last year, 9.5 sacks the year before with the Ravens, and then 2 sacks the year before that with the Browns. Like, you can still see that he has some juice left on third down. And that's honestly the only thing that matters to me at this point. Granted, like I said, he does offer more run-stopping ability than Zadarius Smith and Von Miller. That's one thing. Like, you could actually play Clowney on first and second down and not get wrecked. So that's one thing that's, I guess, is more of a positive for Jadeveon Clowney. But my take on this is, well, it kind of gives us flexibility. There was reports by some dude named Chad Forbes. He's saying that we have interest in Von Miller. Yeah, I of course I would want Von Miller. The fuck, I'll do anything for Von Miller. But my take is, well, if we struck out on Smith or Miller, we still got Clowney left out there to sign and also bring in to help us win. It gives us more flexibility, I guess. That's the, like, and I still feel like we're going to sign one of the three. I mean, because ideally, if you're one of those free agents, you would want to come here. And it's like, it's weird to say that because, like, whatever. I'm not going to talk about the past, but now we got a head coach that's respected all across the NFL. We got, they all saw that we made the NFC Championship game just recently. If I'm a free agent, I'm like, and they see that we have a needed edge. If I'm one of those three, I want to come to Washington. Am I being a homer? Somebody call me a homer. I could be a homer. I don't care. I'm not a homer. No. But I don't know. That's just the way I see it. Like, and ideally, I'd prefer Smith and Von Miller over Jadeveon Clowney. I like how I just like kind of like glazed Clowney, but like Smith was actually really solid. Like, I'll say good, like real good with the Lions last year. He got traded to the Lions midway through the season. And I brought you all the stats in the previous videos. Like, Smith is a guy where I'm just like, no, this guy really has some really good pass rushing years left in him. And we're only going to sign one of these guys for a 1-year deal, I'm assuming, if we do. But I think Smith and Von more fit our role that we need, whereas, Clowney, I feel like he's going to want to play more than just third down snaps. And I feel like if I'm him, I'm going to be like, dude, the fuck? Like, if Clowney comes in here and he only plays third down snaps, that could cause some locker room problems. He could be in the freaking sidelines, be pissed off. But then again, it gives us more flexibility. Like, if Dietrich Wise doesn't live up to expectations or Kinlaw doesn't do it, we got Clowney in there. I don't know. I think it all matters to me with the question I had. Does he fit the culture? Is he a commander? Why is nobody ever resigning him? I don't know. Ideally, I would prefer Smith and Von. Von himself had a great year last year. They actually both graded a bit higher than Clowney did pass rushing wise. But Clowney's pass rushing grade was actually really solid. But Smith and Von did grade higher according to PFF. Honestly, the only grade I care about is the pass rush win rate percentage. That's the only thing I care about, honestly. But yeah, man. I don't know. Let me know what you guys think. I think we can get one of these guys for a 1-year deal. Clowney came off a $10 million deal. He's going to have to settle for like 6 now, right? 5, 6, something like that. But anyways, let me know what you guys think, man. I'm going to end this video. I should have... Sometimes I feel like I'm like handicapped. I'm coming from work, and I want to upload these videos as soon as possible, but I'm just like, fuck, and I see everybody else already uploaded a video on this. Fuck, man. I need to do better. But yeah, man, let me know what you guys think. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I truly appreciate it. Peace, y'all.